Okay, part two of our today lecture on history of diplomacy. So we continue. We were discussing about diplomacy never started today, it started way back with our Asian people. They sent letters to each other country and so forth. Abraham began negotiation peace. Joseph was sent to Egypt. Moses was sent to Egypt, and diplomatically they approached issues. So during ancient China and India, they have a diplomatic missions where they strengthen trade and peace between the kingdoms. Okay, then we have the classical period. The classical period, as empire arose, as empire emerged, begin to establish in Rome, Roman empires, Greece empires, Persia, all those diplomacy became more structures. People begin to put them into a direct use. They begin to look at it technically, say, okay, this. So Rome diplomacies, the Rome Empire used negotiations to expand peacefully before using force. You getting that? The Rome empires, they will always use what they call negotiations. If there's a problem with another country and their country, they will first engage into peaceful dialogue, into peaceful information, peaceful relationship. If you say no, you can't listen to their government, then that means you are powerful, you are strong, you're able to stand their attention, you're able to stand their heat, so they can move into it by force. That they first engage with a diplomat. Then, during the great states, practice public orator and negotiations in council meeting. A foundation for modern democracies, diplomacy. Medieval diplomacy, that is our old fashions, or old up to date, out of date rather, medieval. That the way back actually. In the Middle Age, democracies was mostly religious and royal. They were mostly religious and royal. The Catholic Church played a major role in inter-kingdom negotiations. The church. I want you to know that these things not even start from the political side. That's what I've been saying yesterday. It started with the church. It started with the Asian people before politics had to come into it deeply. Church and all were involved. Catholic Church had to send major insiders who know how to engage into peace, into conflicts, into dispute. So they were sent on mission on various occasions. Are you following? On part 2 of our second video today in our class. Ambassadors were usually priests or royal envoy, monk or royal envoys. But then we get what we call modern diplomacy. A modern diplomacy started between the 15th century to the 19th century. The modern democracies. Italy was the first to establish a permanent embassies and diplomatic offices in foreign nations. Follow the lesson very well. Which country was the first to establish embassy in other country? Italy. Italy is very old too, and they started a diplomatic mission by establishing foreign missions and embassies in other countries. Italy. You know, in 1648, they officially recognized the modern state system at Italy, and democracy became more formalized. The Congress of Vienna 1815 set standard for diplomatic conduct after the Napoleonic war. So I just want you to understand that this thing is something that started way, way back. So we discussed about contemporary diplomacies. Contemporary has to do with now, modern now, current. 20th century to the present, the contemporary started. After the World War I, World War II, diplomacy expanded to include international organizations such as United Nations, Africa Union, the ECOWAS, European Unions, Mana River Unions, and all of those institutions around the world that bring countries together for a peaceful coexistence. After World War I, after World War II, that's how we begin to enter into an era called contemporary diplomacy. Then we get another one we call digital diplomacy. That had to do with the importing and carding out. Digital is an importing. It means what? Carding out. Diplomacy emerged in the 21st century. After World War I, II, when diplomacy was expanding beyond in the 20th century, then 21st century digital wake up. Where you see country to country, another king will be in a country and they will go through Zoom, they host meeting. During Corona time, during Ebola time, people hosted meeting. These are engagement via digital means. I hope we are learning something. By digital means, yes, they are all diplomatic activities. Why this history matter? Understanding the history of diplomacy help you appreciate the evaluations of peace or peaceful conflict resolutions. Know how global system came into practice or into place. Position yourself for modern leadership role that requires strategic influence. Reflections on the two questions. What we will say here in the two questions. What surprised you most about the region or the origin of diplomacy? What really surprised you? The answer could be, we never knew that it was way back that existed without embassy. It was just by letters from king to king. It surprised all. Then which historical period of diplomacy inspired you the most, or why? Then we will say the Bible period, the church period, the Jewish period. Abraham, Isaac, Joseph, those guys were mentioned. It surprised us. The old age. How can you apply this lesson to your home and church? My people, we should engage into peaceful dialogue with our wife, with our husband, with our kids, and our neighbors. Do not allow you and your neighbor to go into complete disagreement until you kill yourself. They are there for your rescue. So stay tuned for lesson 3 tomorrow, 5 p.m. to 6. God bless you. I'm Bishop Professor Rudolph Q. Kwanue Sr., your diplomacy lecturer from Rudolph Kwanue University College, the Republic of Liberia. Thank you. God bless you.